Hello, everyone. It's Felicity. Surprisingly, we have read enough books to have a reading wrap up this month. I have read 4 books, and I'm going to talk about them. Try my best not to spoil anything. Sorry if there's noises from both sides of me. My roommate is playing video games, and I have the air conditioner going because it's like a million degrees where I'm at. And I also have my dog that's begging for treats over here, so I'm going to go throw him one. Anyway, so yeah, I have read 4 books this month, which is crazy. Uh, Although it is not the goal that I had set, but it's pretty good for me having only read like 1 to 2 books a month this year. So we're going to talk about them and we're going to, just talk about how I felt. So the first one I read, I had technically started it I don't remember when. I think it was back in March, maybe. But I had to return it, and I hadn't received it until this month. So I had started and finished I Medusa by Ayana Gray. I don't have the physical book with me. That's why I'm using my tablet for most of these. I really loved it. I gave it a 5 star. And trying not to spoil this, but it's basically the retelling of how Medusa became Medusa, like a more in-depth detail of how she became the snake monster that people see her as. Which I don't. That's the best way I can put it. However, um, trigger warning for anybody who wants to read this book. It does have a graphic scene of sexual violence, and it is, for me, knowing it was coming up, it was a little bit hard to read, but I got, unfortunately, that's part of the story of Medusa. So I really love how the story was told. Um, she wrote it in a way that a lot of people, especially for the, assault part, she wrote it in a way that a lot of people who are victims get accused that they're lying. Um, which obviously works for Medusa's story because, she ended up not being believed and, turned into what she was. But yeah, the topic is very heavy in this book, which good. I honestly believe that this should be a book that students should read in high school, like To Kill a Mockingjay, or, um, because I think a lot of people at that young age could learn lessons from this book that you would learn. Um, I'm not really good at this. I didn't write anything down, so, but yeah, I absolutely loved it. Um, yeah. No more treats for you. No more treats, Draco. You already had enough. I already gave you quite a bit. Alright. Anyway, yeah, so 5 out of 5. I absolutely loved it. Um, I need to buy it. I want the physical copy of it because I got it from the library. Yeah. All right. The next book was also technically one I started in June but didn't finish it. Um, and that is nearly showed the wrong book. And that is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, which technically I do have the physical copy with me. I forgot about that. I have the Night Court edition of it, by the way, which is really cool. I don't know where it's at. You know what? I'm not gonna look for it. um, but yeah, I read it. I absolutely loved it, and I am gonna give a spoiler for this one. Reese, don't ever pull a self-sacrificing shit like that again, please. I did not need that, especially right after Amryn did the same thing. But yeah, all of it was very good. I don't remember it much because my brain has not been focused on anything. What do you want? You're not getting the salsa, dude. Anyway, I'm sorry, that was my dog. Um, but yeah, I loved the ending of it. Also, I don't know which one came out first, but or actually, I think A Court of Wings and Ruin came out first. But it Tamlin coming or not Tamlin, Rhysand coming back honestly reminded me of the scene in the second book to the Stolen Heir duology. Is that it? I think it's the Prisoner's Throne when Cardan gets stabbed and is all very dramatic about it afterward. That's how Rhys reminded me of when he came back from dying. So yeah, it was great though. I really loved it, and I honestly need to. I thought of a joking video just now with that audio of Dr. Doofenshmirtz saying something about 2 nickels or whatever. So he's trying to get the salsa, by the way. I'm just letting you know. A little bit, yeah. Actually, I think it would be better with this one. Okay, back to the discussion. So yeah, I gave this a 5 stars. Not surprising. I need to get A Court of Frost and Starlight and A Court of Silver Flames. Yeah. Anyway, now the next one I read, which was actually my quickest read of the month, was Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. I hope that's how you say her last name. Um, I absolutely loved it, and I need me more of Evie and Tristan. So I thankfully have the second book, but I have not picked it up to read it yet because I'm doing a challenge type thing, and there's my dog in the background. I am doing a challenge type thing, so there's a reason why I haven't read it yet. Um, like I said, I absolutely loved it. I loved the frog, by the way, and his little signs. My favorite scene being yeah, Princely or Kingsley, sorry. Um, like when Tristan meets Evie's little sister and the frog just puts up a sign saying "Help!" That was my favorite. I loved it. Also, Tristan and Evie, their insecurities. Oh my god! For a book that's kind of written like a storybook, like a storybook style, they have a lot of insecurities within themselves, which is crazy. But I absolutely loved it. And honestly, my favorite read of the month, other than A Court of Wings and don't get me wrong, all of them were my favorites for different reasons, but because this was so easy and I really loved it, I think this one was my favorite of the month. Anyway, my last read, which I finished yesterday, sorry, my hair is getting in my face, was Starside by Alex Astor. I I liked it, don't get me wrong, and I honestly do want to read the next one when it comes out. However, my only issue with it was that it felt like there was too much going on while nothing was going on at the same time. I loved the ending more than I loved the rest of it, and like Raker becoming what he becomes. Um, but also I could kind of what's the word? I could kind of predict what was going to happen before it happened, and honestly, I it just none of it surprised me. So yeah, but it was really good. I really loved the writing, and this is the first time I've ever read a book from Alex Astor, so it was really good, and I actually really liked it. So yeah. All right. Well, that's my opinions for that this month. Hopefully, sometime this month, I will finish the other video I'm making. But yeah, that's the only real updates I really have. So, bye.